Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to give you a quick flip through of my completed January pages in my new 2024 Hobonichi. If you have not been following me for a little bit, you might not know that I have a lot of Hobonichi content over here. I did start using one last year. I used the A5 Cousin and it was a spring start. So it was from April, I guess, to March of this year. Although I did stop documenting in that after December because it just got way too chunky and I wanted to start fresh with a new one for 2024. So I did downsize. So I'm using the A6 this year and it is quite a bit smaller. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, that is really small compared to what I was using before. You'll see that it's a little bigger than palm size, but I've got to say, I think I found my perfect journal. I love the size and it's so much easier for me to keep up with these daily pages. If you had a lot to say on one day, it may be kind of a struggle, but for me, it's the perfect size and I've super been enjoying documenting in this book this year. So let's just dive right in and we will see how January was. So first off, I did use some of my favorite stickers on the inside. Love those. And there are not weekly pages in here, but just monthly pages, although I don't typically use those. So we'll just start right at the beginning with January. So there's always this first page, like ringing in the new month. I think I'm just going to put like a meme on each one. So this one, of course, I have the Degrassi meme. If you are familiar with the Next Generation, new year, new look, new page. That is a classic line there. And then, of course, I had to add the little Hobonichi flyer booklet that comes whenever you buy a new one. I do like to put these Avery index tabs on my months. I'm just going to continue to do that as the book progresses. It's just easier to flip and find exactly what you're looking for. So let's just start off, of course, with day one. I'll try not to be too long-winded during this, but we were ringing in the new year here. I did want to be able to do more flips and things, so I have the Avec. So this journal is only from January until June, and then I have a second journal that will be from July until December. So I'm hoping that will help somewhat with the chunk. I know it's going to get chunky regardless, but I would love to add tip-ins and things like that, and I was too scared to do that last year because it was so chunky already. So I just love mixing journaling, washi tape, stickers. I have a lot of stickers here from these different Bando sticker books and just other things from my stash. I did incorporate some small stamps this year. Those are just really old wooden stamp set that I have from probably Michael's from years ago. So I've added those in. They're the perfect size to me and add a fun different font, which is really fun. So as we move into January, if you follow my other content over here like Project Life or different projects, you'll probably know that January was not that easy for me and my family because my mom had a seizure and we were dealing with all kinds of things from that for that entire month pretty much. So a lot of these pages may not really reflect like my style, I guess is what I'm trying to say in general. But here I was talking about difficult things and also not feeling that crafty. So I was just trying to get something down into my book. So that's what this first page is. I did try to decorate it somewhat, even though it was hard to do. And then one thing that I did like was to create a title where half of the title was stamped and the other half I would write the rest of the title. I do use these zebra mild liners. They're my favorites. I have the one with like a bunch of colors and I just absolutely love using those every day. Also, I have some washi sticker books from Amazon, things like that I will link below. Again, still just having some hard days, so just trying to document what I could. One thing I've enjoyed is creating these little like color blobs to kind of have two separate different like journaling areas, which is fun. So still just trying to get by with journaling something every day, but it was kind of difficult during this time. So again, a lot of lists. I love adding just little numbered lists. It just helps to not have to write in paragraphs all the time, which I really enjoy. I do have a quote, keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see a shadow. That kind of went along with what was happening as well. And then here's where I just put a large sticker that I had. So you can see if you have any kind of like anything big that you want to put in here, it is just going to fill up so much of the page. Then moving in, these are some Heidi Swap stickers from the Color Fresh sticker book that I've just hung on to, so I added that in. Here's another one of my color blobs, and I was listening to this book by Frida McFadden, so I always like to add in little reviews and things like that into my book as well. And now we're moving on to kind of the second week of January, and we found out that we had COVID. So that was another difficult thing to deal with in January. Although you can see, I think that once we get to this spot, my pages start to be a little more like colorful and fun to me, because I think I was kind of getting more into it, and those initial feelings at the very beginning of the month were starting to get a little bit better. I love the way this page looks with like the family, with the arrow, the stamped title. I love doing these little subtitles with colorful circles. Keep going. That came out of the Bando sticker book. I just love the way that that looks. So all about COVID. Here again, being sick. And then again, I did my two little numbers. So just different things that I was working on during my sick days. I was drawing V-Day BFF stickers for the BFF Sticker Club, which I actually happen to have right here. Imagine that. So here's my new sticker sheet that I created for them. Side note, I'll link that below as well if you want to grab one or any of the other cool stickers they put out. But at this time, I was just kind of like hauled up in bed, working on my stickers, and I started to binge Big Brother. So one of my all-time favorite shows. So I rewatched season 6 with Janelle. So that was fun to be able to print off little pictures of Janelle to go in here as well. One of her most iconic lines, "I'm here to crush dreams." What can I say? Let me know if we have any Big Brother fans watching. These are some of my favorite stickers, the paper clips. I get them off of Amazon, and I just type in paper clip stickers and they come up. They're one of the only things that come up, and I just continuously buy them. I think they're so fun. Here again, more sick days. So I have another Janelle that I printed offline. The Queen, Janelle's a national treasure, kind of wrote about that. And then had a better day. My mom must have been having a pretty good day there, so I wrote about that. Always love to add that. And then you can see I tried to find all my pizza stickers because we did get pizza. And then we move on. Sorry, I missed a page. Whew. Then we moved on to the snow days. So the troubles just kept on coming, because after everything with my mom, then getting COVID, then we had so much snow, and I live in Mississippi, guys, so we don't have snow here, and nobody knows what to do when snow comes here. So we were trapped in our house essentially for about 8 days. I live in a very rural area, so we were pretty much trapped. So we had snow days, so I wrote all about that here, tried to kind of keep the blues and kind of snowy layout here. And I did do almost like one continuous layout, which I don't do very often, but I kind of liked it for the snow days page, and just numbered again a few things that were going on at the time. And then we move on. So now we're about mid-month. Will was also away on a trip, so he's home. I did another color blob. I love adding like the washi stickers and then making it look like they're talking with a thought bubble. One of my old stickers here, just talking about different days, you know, just adding little bits. And that's what I love about this smaller size, is that it's so easy to just add a little bit about your day and then you're good to go. And that's like making me really, really happy. I love lists. I love just adding in just a little bit. It's like the perfect size for me, because the A5 is pretty big. Now, if you had bigger handwriting, I think that's a huge part of it. I have small handwriting. So for me to fill up the A5, I would have to write quite a bit or fill in all that extra space. But for this one, this is like more my size, and I'm really, really loving it. So here, yes, happy day. So we were having a better day then. Then it says weird day, sick of the snow. So this is where, you know, you hit probably like day 6 of being trapped in your house, and you're like no longer enjoying the snow days. You're like, I must leave my home type thing. So that's where I was during this day. And there was just so much going on. I was really happy that Will was home, though. We were able to hang out a lot. He was off work for like the whole week. Then we have Friday, which is another Heidi Swap sticker, another day at home. So again, just trying to fill in these spaces. And these are great examples of if I had more real estate to fill in, I feel like I would have really, really struggled, and that those bigger pages would have been really daunting for me. And this is just my opinion. So many people I know have the A5 and absolutely love that size. And I did it for all of last year and loved it. But for me, I'm just so happy that I traded it out for the A6 because this is definitely my perfect fit. I did have a crafty Zoom that night with my patrons, which I remember being so thankful for, having some smiling faces and being able to talk to some people. Again, trapped, I found this snow globe washi sticker, which felt very appropriate for us being stuck at home. But again, I'm just loving the way these layouts look. These two together are two of my favorites in the entire book. I love the mix of the handwriting along with handwritten titles and then having the stamp titles. I love highlighting little words. I just think all of it together is so, so cute. So on here, I did print off quite a big photo. This is probably like a 3x4 of cookies that I made. So I also love adding pictures from real life. So I'll typically edit these on my phone, and then I'll pop them into the Photo Room app, which takes the background out. Now that's just a personal preference, because if you look around the sticker at that white, the white border is because I took the background out. If I wouldn't have done that, you would see the background of the photo behind there, which is totally fine. I just personally like the way this looks. It kind of looks like a cutout sticker to me. So added that on, and that was like our big excitement for that day, was that I really wanted something sweet, and we had all of the ingredients to make snickerdoodles, so I was really excited. Then finally, let's make sure we didn't skip any pages. Finally, on the 22nd, we are free. So we were able to leave the house, which was incredible since we'd been stuck in there for like 8 days. So me and Will had some errands to run, and we went and ate food. So I have our little fortunes from our fortune cookies there. And I just really like the way these pages look too. I love having the mix of the smaller titles and these like bigger ones sideways and just all the things. It's just so fun to play around with the Hobonichi to me. It's definitely one of my favorite forms of documenting. So here I have good stuff, and I wrote about different things that happened. Again, more stickers from the washi sticker books. And then I love these. I got a new washi sticker book that has more like retro designs. So that one I really, really loved. I love doing daily highlights. So a lot of times I'll start with a small paragraph about my day, like in general, and then I'll break it off into highlights or into maybe what I'm listening to, what I'm watching, like a currently list, or about the not so good things, or just whatever I want to kind of like have a little deep dive into. This one was one of my favorite days of the entire month. My mom had a doctor's appointment, which I took her to, and then we were able to go to Target, which was our first Target trip together the whole month. So I just stamped OMG a bunch of times. I love adding arrows. I love my little scalloped border with the paper clip. I just think it's really fun. And I wanted to really bring on home that we walked around Target. So once I got to that part in my story, I did stamp that out. So I just thought that one was a really, really cute page in general. And then for this one, instead of talking about the day, I just went ahead and did a kind of like master Big Brother list of all of the seasons from 1 to 25. And I've been doing a big rewatch. So me and Will did a rewatch a couple years ago. And then last year, me and my friend Casey started a rewatch from season 10, the best season in my opinion, all the way to like 18, I think. So we watched all of those at the same time together, but we need to finish these. So that's why I haven't marked 19 or 20, because it's been a while since I watched those, and I want to rate those after I've rewatched it. But then I did go back, and I've been rewatching 6, 7, 8, and 9, which I've finished all those now. So I'll go back and watch these as well. So getting there. But I thought that was really fun, and I keep going back and I'll add my rating. So I did a rating system here at the bottom for 5 stars to 1 star, and then I go in and add it. So that's been really fun. Then on this page, you'll see that it says back to normal. So by the time the end of the month came, my mom has a back problem that has occurred after her seizure. So we've been dealing with that. So she has good days and bad days, but definitely things are more back to normal now, which is amazing. So this day we had a hair appointment that we went to together, and we were able to go to Starbucks. So again, I added this picture into the Photo Room app so you can see that I took the background out. And then I added, a little bit about our day, and then did loving. And I did a loving list. So I was watching Big Brother 8. Also, my favorite podcast, The Cool Kids Club, had a new episode about Tiger Electronics, which was really fun. And then I was talking about The Last Time I Lied audiobook. Then moving on here, me and Will had a great day. We were able to get out. We went to a fun place to eat. We got ice cream, all like local places. I picked up a sticker at the ice cream place, which of course, any place that allows you to buy a sticker makes me so happy. So that was super fun. I love the way both of these spreads look. This one, I was snuggling with one of my kitty cats, Lasagna. Again, just adding in these paper clip or just decorative clips is so fun. Happy Monday, added in my journaling. It just makes me happy to flip through it. I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of different styles of documenting in the hobo, and I think that that is so much fun. Mine is really just, I like the old school look of like, I don't know, it's kind of nostalgic for me to just like write titles and add in stickers, and it just is really fun to me. And I've mentioned it so many times, but if you guys remember the Amelia books from American Girl, let me know if you know what I'm talking about. I've probably mentioned it over here before, but the books actually looked a lot like the cover of my iPad, where they were all this old school composition looking book. And it was about a girl who was like an illustrated girl named Amelia. It was like her diary, though. It was like her journal. And it looked kind of like this, where there would be like little drawings and she would have like things taped in it. And it was so fun. And I was so into those books as a kid. I really want to like rebuy all those just for myself now. But yeah, I was really into those as a kid. And these really take me back to that time. So here we have long month. We're hitting the end of the month here. Long month. Hard to believe that tomorrow is already January 45th. I saw that meme and I thought I would add it in here. Again, just little bits about the month, and then out and about. On this last day, I did go to the dentist and I had these really cute, tiny little teeth stickers. So I added those on along with the scratch and sniff, of course. I had to pick up prescriptions. So when I was there, I was dilly-dallying around the Walgreens and I found a oat milk, plant-based, salted caramel bar that was so good. And I got one for me and Will and one for my mom. And so I was excited about that as well. And then we have the start of February, which I'll just give you a little preview. And then we've moved on to all the days of February. I'm caught up. So I will do a flip through of those whenever it is time. But yes, I mean, this has been so much fun. And I'm so excited that I got back into the Hobonichi. I had one a few years ago and I only made it a few months in, but I really wasn't as dedicated. I didn't give it really as big of a chance as I did this year or last year. And I just love it. I finished all of it last year. Every single page has stuff on it. And it just makes me so happy to go back and look. And I think I have really found what I love here with this smaller size. And I'm just so excited to work on it throughout the month and to share it over here. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like and consider subscribing. And of course, I'll be back at you super, super soon. Bye, y'all.